My best friend made me dress in plain clothes for the ball selection. She went mental when the hottest man chose me to be his date. Every year, the Marine Academy students would come to our university to pick dates for their formal ball. It was this huge tradition where they'd walk through our main courtyard in their dress uniforms and formally ask someone to be their date. My best friend Alexis had been obsessing about this since freshman year. She'd spent 3 years planning what she'd wear when they came, how she'd position herself in the courtyard, and even practiced her surprised face in the mirror. She was convinced multiple Marines would choose her and would graciously pick the best-looking one. When senior year finally came, she made me wake up at 5 in the morning to do her hair and makeup. She wore this red dress that she'd bought specifically for this day and spent $200 on it. She made me wear my regular jeans and a plain shirt because she said she didn't want us to compete for attention. And besides, the Marines never picked girls like me anyway. She actually said I was the supportive friend type, not the chosen type, and I should be happy with that role. We stood in the courtyard with about 200 other girls, and Alexis positioned us right in the center where everyone could see her. When the Marines walked in, everyone went quiet. There were about 30 of them, all in their formal uniforms, and leading them was this guy who looked like he walked out of a movie. 6'3", perfect posture, and these green eyes that you could see from across the courtyard. Alexis grabbed my arm so tight she left bruises and whispered that he was hers. She began posing and flipping her hair, ensuring he'd notice her. He walked straight toward us, and Alexis stepped forward with her practiced, surprised face ready, but he walked right past her and stopped in front of me. He said his name was Colin and asked if I'd do him the honor of being his date to the Marine Ball. Alexis literally gasped out loud and tried to step between us, saying there must be some mistake. Colin politely moved around her and kept looking at me, waiting for my answer. When I said yes, he smiled and handed me a formal invitation with his contact information. Alexis stood there frozen while other Marines chose their dates all around us. Not a single one approached her. For the rest of the day, Alexis didn't speak to me. When we got back to our apartment, she finally exploded. She said I must have done something to trick him, maybe talked to him before somehow. She accused me of secretly preparing for this and pretending not to care so she wouldn't suspect. She said I knew how much this meant to her, and I deliberately stole her moment. She actually used the word stole like Colin was property she'd claimed. She demanded I text Colin and tell him I couldn't go, that I was sick or had a boyfriend or anything to get out of it. When I refused, she said I was the worst friend in the world, and that plain girls like me didn't deserve guys like Colin. She said he probably felt sorry for me or lost a bet and had to pick the ugliest girl he could find. She spent the next 2 days giving me the silent treatment while texting everyone we knew that I'd betrayed her. She told people I'd been planning this for months and deliberately sabotaged her chances. Then she did something unforgivable. She texted Colin from my phone while I was in the shower. She told him I'd changed my mind and didn't want to go with him.